before we get started, today is May 1st, 2026. And speaking of which, it's the first Friday of our, this is the first day of May. I'm wearing pink because May 1st this year is on a Friday. And generally speaking, next week I'm also going live. Wait, never mind. I didn't mean to say it. So next week, January, I am going to be putting my talent show on live. So, well, it's not going to be on live, but I don't know. So, speaking of which, today is May 1st, 2026. In 9 days is Mother's Day, followed by 24 days will be Memorial Day, I think. So, only one person's watching me right now. Okay. So, generally speaking, I am going to be teaching you all parts of similar triangles. Yes. Sorry. Huh? Can you sing the song you're gonna sing at the talent show? Okay. The music video is gonna be posted on YouTube tomorrow. Well, it's actually gonna be posted on Sunday, but I'm gonna be performing it on tomorrow. Not during my live streams, okay? Not during my live streams. Okay. So, speaking of which, I am at 270 subscribers currently. So I need to be able to get to 300 subscribers. And speaking of which, okay, never mind. Let's get to work. Okay, let's get to work. Okay. 8 people are watching me right now. Yeah, I couldn't even see the number because I was like, oh, my light was the main reason why I do it. Well, the works. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Okay. So I'm just gonna say, I do not remember anything before 2018. Except for a fact that George W. Bush died on November 30th. But why am I even talking about this? I should be talking about mathematics, not singing. Thanks. Yeah, I was distracting you. Sorry if I am. So, speaking of which, this is lesson 7.5. Okay. So, speaking of which, I have two. Speaking of which, wait, yeah. Just doing this based off my standards. I would never tell you a secret. Okay. Yeah, no, none of you all are gonna tell my secret. The CBA. Yes. And if you all know, geometry has a lot of algebra to it. In my last, in my 15, I think, I had to deal with so much algebra that I really want to quit the live stream. So, So, let's get to work. H, J, G, F. Why didn't I add I? Well, I represents a number, but I don't even know what number. Okay. So, one person, one like K. So, okay. So this is practically like what? GB man. Hi. Okay. So this is okay. So if you have been in physical science before, and if you were learning about what's it called, learning compounds, it's not like 6 carbons and 8 oxygens and 22 hydrogens. It's practically like this. M80, which is line 80, divided by line FG, is equal to line MAC divided by FH, I think. Jack. Oh shoot. Hold up. Jack UF. No, Jack U5F7P. Said hi. Hi. GB man. What are you doing? Oh. What am I doing? Today we're learning about parts of similar triangles. If I underline the title, that means it's the title of my live stream. Practically. That's not really related to the live stream. It might not. Checkro fry bag. What the? Hi. This man looks nice. Yeah, kind of nice. So, practically speaking of which, is equal to MAB divided by MFG. Yeah. Okay. What? This was supposed to be FJ, not FG. Sorry. Sometimes I learn from my mistakes. Okay. So this is probably an example. Okay. So with this, whatever term it is, right. This is probably similar segments of similar triangles, but it says if 2 triangles are similar, the lengths or corresponding altitudes are proportional to the lengths of corresponding sides. Speaking of which, who even knows what the similarities of it are? So, if we take this for geometry, let's say this is 90 degrees, and then this might be 45. This might be 45 degrees, and then if that equals 45, then this should equal 45, because the interior says that you need to have that it needs to add up to 180 degrees. This is also a right angle. This is also a right angle. This is 45. This is 45. This is 45. This is 45. It does not even matter where on earth you practically got this stuff. So this is geometry. My first school year teaching geometry. Yes, I teach Algebra 1, I teach Geometry, I teach grades 7 and 8 math. So, this is only my first potential school year of teaching. Well, I teach whole, practically. So, M80 divided by FG equals MAC divided by MFH equals MAD divided by MFG. This is much better than what we were. So, okay. So, just checking. So, let's get going. Okay. So here's the thing that might surprise you in any way. So, I'm gonna have to cut this whole thing off. Because sometimes it likes to stick, sometimes, so I'm just using Clorox on here. So, yeah. Sorry, that was the bell. Okay. Okay. So, we have, this is where it is all. Okay. And then here. And then here. And then goes again, here, here, here. One of them is large, one of them is small. Wait. Which one of them is larger? That one or that one? Comment down the left if you think the left one is large. Comment down the right one if you think that's larger. So, to test this, we have to follow the similar segments of similar triangles. So, this is similar. So, what do you mean it's not similar? This doesn't even look similar at all. But does it include size? I don't think it includes size. It includes the angles of it. So why are we just learning triangles in geometry? Well, geometry is all about triangles, okay? On Sunday, I think, I'm going to be switching this thing up to the Pythagorean theorem. Then after the Pythagorean theorem, we're going to, Pythagorean theorem, sorry. After we're done moving from the Pythagorean theorem, we're going to move on to 7-6 on Friday, next Friday. Practically, because I do 2 lives of the same class, maximum. So, does this even include anything that deals with triangles? Yes or no? I think it does. So, break the which 1, 2, and then 1, 2. And then we are going 1, 1. So which is larger? Left or right? Okay. So we're going to do Q, T, S, if that's S, R, then K, L, M, P. Okay. So if 2 angles are similar, the lengths of corresponding angle bisectors are proportional to the lengths of a corresponding side. So, here is the technical equation. So, MRT, this is R to T is this line down here. So, I'm going to mark this line using purple and pink, because purple and pink are terms for this geometry. So, RT. can't see the pink. Sorry. But I think you might have to either like zoom it in or I'm gonna have to download it in Charity. So, and this is LP. LP. So speaking of which, they both go on the same fraction. So RT divided by MLP equals MRQ divided by MLK. Oh. Okay. And now that would equal MRS and then MLM. Yeah. Okay. So one of these two, so they all should equal to each other. So let's say you get a final answer of 5. Then the other two should equal to 5. Then the other should equal to 5. So like 5 equals 5 equals 5. Like one huge equation. So why don't we balance out so why don't we balance out 5 equals 5 equals 5 as an example? Why don't we just do 7 equals 7 equals 7? Whatever answer you get, it always has to equal to one of those. Okay? It has to equal to one of those. So, speaking of which, this is another one of those examples of terminology. Geometry. So, okay. So now you're going to do the lesson 7.5 proof sheet or something like that. So proof sheet. And you know what the proof sheet is? It's like this table with like 6, maybe 6 to 7-ish steps. So like you need to find out what this might do. And okay, what's step 1? So if you find step 1, then what's step 2? And if you know what step 2 is, what's step 3? Then step 4, then step 5, step 6, step 7. But this one, we're doing 5. So, cancel out boxes 6 and 7. And this is not one of those 6, 7 codes. So, okay. Generally speaking, okay. So the statement. Okay. So we're going to have to do 2 triangles. Right. Bold. Okay. M P L K, then F G H, no, H J. Why do you think geometry equals algebra? Geometry has some algebra to it. That's what's going on. So, What do you mean? This is what's going on. This is another one of these weird, crazy things. So on the left-hand side, the sheet always says statements. And the other one says justifications. Okay. So what is just So first one has to have so what's the first statement? So the first statement according to this says step 1. Triangle FGH is congruent to triangle KLM segment FJ plus KP are altitudes. And what does that give us? Given. G-I-V-E-N. So, then the second. It says angle FGH plus angle KPM are L's. It's like, what do those even mean? Okay, so it says definition of altitude. ALT means altitude, according to my language. So, okay. This one is part of similar polygons. Ow. Okay. So, section 3 says angle H. We're angles. Angles, not L's. I kind of forgot that it was angles. So, okay. Speaking of which, we are going to be doing like this thing. Angle H is congruent to angle M. And that's definition of similar polygons. What are similar polygons? What can you remember from a similar polygons worksheet? So, similar polygons are usually rooted to describe 2D shapes. So, 4. Angle FJH is congruent to triangle KPM. And what does that give us? AA. Do you know what AA means? Well, I necessarily don't either. So, 5. And FJ KP is equal to FH. Okay. And then here we go again. Definition of similar polygons. So what are we trying to prove here? This one over here. So okay. So that's it for the algebra part of it. Well, not necessarily the end of the algebra part of it. We still have like one-ish example to go over. And that is the finding the x's. So, well, finding x. So, what is x? X means an unknown number in algebra. Okay. So, let's see here. $14, 6, 18. Okay. So we're gonna find x. So, speaking of which, it's 14 divided by 18 minus x, which is equal to 6, is equal to x. This is 18 here, x. Okay. So now we're down to 14x is equal to 6. Then 18 minus x. And then we actually have 14x equals 108 minus 6x. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna add 6x. So whatever you do to one side, we do to the other. Done. So now we have 20x equals 108. Divide that by 20. Well, we usually got x equals 5.4. So, thanks for 270 subscribers. And now I'm already at about I'm already over 900 likes. And over 102 and I'm already at 102 comments. And that's just for my YouTube shorts, probably. So, if you enjoy watching this YouTube short, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.